Do you ever feel like your brain is a browser with 100 tabs open all at once? Constant notifications, endless to-do lists, the pressure to always be on, it's exhausting. This nonstop noise leaves us feeling stressed, scattered, and disconnected from ourselves, making it impossible to think clearly or find any real peace. What if the solution to this modern chaos wasn't another app, another productivity hack, or another thing to do? What if the most powerful tool was already within you and it required you to do less? Welcome to Audiobooks in Minutes. Don't have hours to read a full book? No worries. We bring you concise audiobook summaries that capture the key insights and ideas from popular books all in just a short time. Today we're breaking down The Power of Silence by Kelvin W. Nathan. This book argues that the secret to mastering your mind, your emotions, and your life isn't found in more noise, it's found in intentional, powerful silence. Let's dive in. The unseen foundation. Nathan starts by laying the groundwork. He argues that we live in a world that worships noise and constant activity. We equate busyness with importance and silence with boredom or irrelevance. But he flips the script entirely. He proposes that silence is not an empty void, it is an unseen foundation, the fertile soil from which a meaningful and powerful life can grow. Think of it like this. You can't build a stable skyscraper on shaky, noisy ground. Similarly, you can't build a stable, purposeful life on the frantic, reactive noise of modern existence. This chapter is a call to recognize silence not as the absence of something, but as the presence of everything that truly matters: potential, clarity, and truth. It's the first and most crucial step, changing your perception of silence from something to avoid to something to actively seek. The mental sanctuary. Now that the foundation is set, Nathan takes us into the mind. Our minds are like browsers with 100 tabs open all at once. Past regrets, future anxieties, endless notifications. It's exhausting. This chapter introduces silence as a mental sanctuary. It's a designated internal space of quiet where your thoughts can settle, like snow in a globe. The goal isn't to stop thinking altogether, that's nearly impossible. The goal is to create enough quiet space between your thoughts so that you are no longer controlled by them. By practicing silence, you become the observer of your thoughts, not the prisoner of them. This creates mental clarity, reduces stress and anxiety, and dramatically improves your focus. It's in this sanctuary that you can finally hear your own inner voice above the din of everyone else's opinions. You start to discern which thoughts are serving you and which are holding you back. The emotional anchor. If our thoughts are turbulent, our emotions are often the stormy feet. We get tossed around by anger, fear, sadness, and even excessive excitement. We react instead of respond. In the emotional anchor, Nathan explains how silence acts as that anchor. When you feel a strong, potentially destructive emotion rising, like anger in an argument, inserting a moment of intentional silence before you react is a game changer. That pause creates a buffer. In that buffer, you regain control. Silence allows you to sit with an emotion, to feel it fully without being swept away by it. It gives you the space to ask, why am I really feeling this? This leads to incredible emotional intelligence and resilience. You stop being a reactive creature and start becoming a conscious, responsive human being. Your relationships will transform because you're no longer bringing uncontrolled emotional chaos into them. The spiritual gateway. For many, this is the heart of the book. Nathan moves beyond the psychological and into the spiritual, though he keeps it accessible for everyone, regardless of belief. He describes silence as the spiritual gateway. Every major spiritual tradition in history, from Christianity to Buddhism to Sufism, has valued contemplative silence. Why? Because words and intellectual concepts can only point to spiritual truths. They can't encapsulate them. True connection with the divine, the universe, your higher self, or the source of all life, whatever you call it, happens in the wordless space between thoughts. In the utter quietude of deep silence, the ego, the noisy you that is all your stories and identities, softens. What remains is a profound sense of connection, peace, and awe. It's a direct experience of something greater than yourself. This isn't about dogma, it's about firsthand experience. Silence is the gateway to knowing, not just believing. Silence in communication. This is a brilliantly practical chapter. We usually think communication is all about talking, right? Nathan argues that the most powerful part of communication happens when we are silent. In Silence in Communication, he teaches the art of listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk, but truly, deeply listening. When you give someone the gift of your full, silent attention, you make them feel seen, heard, and valued. This builds trust and intimacy like nothing else. Furthermore, a well-timed pause in your own speech gives weight to your words. It makes you seem more confident and thoughtful. It allows the other person to absorb what you said. Silence can be more eloquent than a flurry of words. By mastering silence with others, you become a master communicator. The Creative Wellspring. Are you struggling with a problem at work? Feeling stuck on a project? Your first instinct might be to think harder, research more, talk to more people, to add more noise. Nathan suggests the opposite. In The Creative Wellspring, he posits that creativity doesn't come from the busy, analytical mind. It emerges from the quiet, subconscious mind. All great ideas, insights, and aha moments surface when the noise subsides, in the shower, on a walk, while staring out a window. Silence is the space where your mind can make new connections. It's the blank canvas that must exist before a painting can appear. By regularly immersing yourself in silence, you are not being unproductive. You are tapping into the deepest well of innovation and inspiration within you. You are allowing the solution to find you. The healing pause. Stress is the #1 cause of countless health issues. Our nervous systems are constantly bombarded, stuck in fight or flight mode. Nathan's solution is the healing pause. Intentional silence is a direct counter to this constant stress activation. It is the ultimate tool for triggering the body's relaxation response, the rest and digest mode. When you sit in silence, even for just 5 minutes, your heart rate slows, your blood pressure lowers, and stress hormones like cortisol decrease. This isn't just feeling relaxed, this is active physiological healing. He makes the case that a daily practice of silence is as important for your physical health as diet and exercise. It's a healing pause for your entire being. Digital detox. This chapter is urgently relevant. Our devices are the primary source of the noise pollution that is starving us of silence. They are designed to hijack our attention and keep us in a state of perpetual distraction. Digital Detox is a practical guide to reclaiming your attention. Nathan isn't saying you have to throw your phone away. He provides strategies for creating boundaries, designated phone-free hours, turning off non-essential notifications, having tech-free meals, and perhaps most importantly, not starting your day by immediately checking your phone. This detox creates the space, the literal quiet in your environment that allows the internal silence we've been talking about to even have a chance to flourish. You can't cultivate an internal mental sanctuary if your external world is a circus of pings and alerts. Cultivating a practice of silence. Okay, so you're convinced. But how do you actually do this? Theory is useless without practice. Cultivating a practice of silence is the how-to manual. Nathan offers a compassionate start small approach. He suggests that you don't need to aim for a 1-hour meditation session right away. Start with 5 minutes. Just sit in a quiet place, focus on your breath, and when your mind wanders, which it will, gently bring it back. He explores different forms of silent practice: formal meditation, mindful walking in nature, silent morning coffee, journaling. The key is consistency, not duration. It's about making silence a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, like brushing your teeth. Integrating silence into daily life. The final chapter brings it all home. The ultimate goal isn't to be a monk who meditates for hours in a cave. The goal is to carry the essence of silence with you throughout your hectic day. Integrating silence into daily life is about micro practices. It's about taking a single deep silent breath before answering a phone call. It's about sitting in your car in silence for 60 seconds before walking into your house after work. It's about choosing to drive without the podcast or music sometimes. It's about finding little pockets of quiet in the in-between moments. This integration ensures that the power of silence isn't confined to a morning ritual, but becomes a living, breathing part of who you are, enabling you to move through the world with more calm, purpose, and grace. Conclusion. So, what is the true power of silence according to Kelvin W. Nathan? It is the power to see clearly in a confused world. It is the power to remain calm in the midst of chaos. It is the power to connect deeply with yourself, with others, and with the universe itself. It is the power to heal your body and mind from the inside out. It is the power to unlock the creative genius that sleeps within you. This book is a masterful guide that shows us that in a world shouting for our attention, our greatest act of rebellion and empowerment is to choose quiet. Silence is not a weakness or an escape. It is the ultimate source of strength for navigating the complexities of modern life. It's a return to the core of who you truly are beneath all the noise. Thank you for joining us on this journey through The Power of Silence by Kelvin W. Nathan on Audiobooks in Minutes. We hope this summary has given you not just knowledge, but a moment of peace and a spark of inspiration to cultivate your own practice of quiet. Until next time, try to find a few moments of silence for yourself today. You might be surprised at what you find there. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.